So we've seen schoolboy 8s now. We're on to, well, what is student 8s? But actually, we've got a schoolboy crew in this, Greg. It's Shiplake on your right, and then on your left, the University of London A. And actually, I loved one of these quotes from our commentary notes here from Freddie Fox in the 5 seat for Shiplake. He said, we're going to give the students a hard time.
Well, I think they're going to try and give the students a hard time. They're doing it off the start here. You can really see it. They're a crew of J16s and second 8 oarsmen who are racing in this temple, and they're really trying to take it to the UL crew. And what a fantastic start. Bravery from the young Shiplake crew against University of London A.
Well, I'm sure that they'll have been told, go out there, and if you've got any chance at all, it's get them off the end of the island, then try and get them to the barrier, then try and get them to fall in. UL now clawing back, as you'd expect them to. You know, half of this crew are very experienced.
Well, you can see the name on the boat there, the William Satch in the picture there. He was a brave Shiplake rower. He stroked the GB8 to gold in Rio in 2016. They're trying to go out with the same level of bravery. They've certainly taken it out. UL now are really trying to punish them for being as brave as they were, to be as rude as they were, to say, you're going to take us on here? Well, we're going to try and slap you back for that. And they've now tried to move out to half a length. But Shiplake, they're not going to go away easily.
No, they really aren't. Very cheeky of those 16-year-olds to hold ULA off the end of the island and beyond. But look, UL now stamping their authority all over this Temple Challenge Cup. They've come here with this crew to try and win. This is half of the crew that recorded a 5:40 earlier in the season. 5 of the crew members part of that lineup. But of course, they had a crew racing in the Prince Albert Challenge Cup this week as well, so a bit of a shuffle round of lineups for UL. But look here, they're still having to keep the rating up nice and lively to stay ahead of Shiplake, which, credit to Shiplake, they're making them work hard for it.
Yeah, definitely credit to Shiplake. So we have a look now, up at 35 strokes a minute in the UL crew. Like you say, they're keeping it going. They don't want to. You don't want to ease off. You don't want to let someone back in, because when you're in an 8 like this, you've got to keep the communication pretty simple. And if one person starts thinking, oh, you know, we've got this one, and everyone else doesn't, that's where the chain starts to break. And they're not going to let that happen here, UL. Just trying to stay properly in control.
Yeah, they are trying to stay in control, but look, it's not a comfortable lead. You'd expect them to be stepping down off the pace at this point if they thought they had it in the bag against this Shiplake crew, their B crew effectively, that got the gold at the national schools in the J16As. They've got 3 of that crew here competing in this lineup with the other half of their second day. They've strengthened it with those strong J16s. They're keeping them honest, aren't they?
Well, Shiplake College will be very excited about having this next generation coming through, getting this experience in the Temple, racing on the Henley course. We saw the first 8 in the Princess Elizabeth Cup, taking it to St Joseph's College from the United States. So obviously a good programme going on with Dave Curry at Shiplake, as we're looking in now at the UL crew. And again, still just keeping it moving, don't want any mistakes now.
Now again, we talked earlier about people who have got other roles outside of rowing, and I must say in the University of London 6C, we're looking at Jake Fiji, who works in the ICU at the moment, the COVID ICU in London, which again, we've got to give a huge hand to that alongside his training, working towards this Henley Royal Regatta event, he's been battling, well, the biggest challenge that all of us have faced over the last 18 months.
Well, absolutely. He's in his 5th year studying medicine at UCL, Jake Fiji, but he's made that decision that his crew wanted and needed him back, so he's come back to race here at Henley, and I'm sure he'll be carrying on with the good work with the NHS as soon as the regatta's done.
Beautiful shot here from the bow balls and down towards the stern of this UL crew, and they have now decided they're brave enough to take the rating down just as they come into the enclosures. They didn't want to feel embarrassed with this Shiplake crew chomping at their heels.
Well, that's right, they've now come down to 24 strokes a minute. But Shiplake weren't going to go away. They haven't gone away. They'll pop into the picture just now. Still challenging all the way to the line. Great, brave race from Shiplake College.
Like you say, a really brave race from Shiplake College, and a very exciting time for that programme. We'll see them back again, I'm sure, in years to come, those J16s. But there is University of London A. They live to see another day of the Temple Challenge Cup against the Shiplake College, the youngsters, the young challengers. It was just one step too far for them with the University of London on your picture now.